next video. In this video I will show you how to apply matrix transformation dizzy crop effect to a live video recording in Flutter Android application using Camera X as well as Media 3 effects. So let's get started. So first, here you can see first a few caveats. You need to use at least Flutter 3.32.0 or higher, otherwise you will get lot of Gradle issues when you try to run your application. Second thing is the entire like live video recording as well as applying the matrix transformation of dizzy crop has been done via native code, so I'm not using any third-party library even for the camera permission. And third is when the video is being recorded, it is saved to external storage, and when you try to play that video using your by going to your videos app and trying to play it, it will play absolutely fine. But I'm trying to play it using the video player package of Flutter as well, which I got from pub.dev, but in that case it is throwing an error. I don't know why, but anyways, that's not the point of this tutorial. So let's get started. So first, inside main.dart I have just imported dart.io. Then here I have created, you can see another Dart file which I will show you shortly, called my camera view. So this should be your own project name. As you can see, my project name is FlutApp over here. Then I have just imported material, I have imported services as well. This is boilerplate code which is present by default. I have not touched it. I have just refactored this my homepage widget, so it is a stateful widget. And here you can see, we are only interested in Android platform for this tutorial, so by default the camera permission is false. Then here I have created a method channel for camera permission. Then inside the initiative platform is Android, we just call this get camera permission, and here we invoke a method called get camera permission as well. And if the result is true, we just change the value of this variable, and once this variable changes to true, then we display our camera view. Otherwise we just display a text saying give camera permission. That's it. Now coming back to this particular my camera view.dart file, here I have imported dart.io, Flutter material, Flutter services, video player as well as Chibi. Then here is our stateful widget as well. Here is our method channel of camera view. By default the video URL is empty. Then here is our video player controller as well as Chibi controller, and for this you will have to go to pubspec.yaml, and here you can see I have added this video player as well as Chibi dependency. Then I've overridden the dispose method, and we are disposing controller as well as Chibi controller. Then here inside the build method, when platform is Android and video URL is not equal to empty, then we are showing the video player over here with the help of Chibi. But like I said, I'm not able to play the video. I don't know why. And else by default you will see the Android view which will show your camera preview as well as the record video button. Now same names you will have to use it on native Android side as well. And here we get a callback for on platform view created. So here we have this handle method as well, and here we have this case called send from native. So here we get the URL of the captured video. Then here we initialize our controller, add a listener to it, we set a looping as well, we initialize it, we initialize our Chibi controller and assign this text to our video URL as well. But still I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, so I'm getting this error while trying to play the video. Like I said, the video is saved properly. You can play it from any other videos app, but just playing it with the video player, I don't know, maybe I'm not sending the correct path. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, do let me know in the comments on this. Then you need to go to Android folder, you need to go to app, then here you need to go to build.gradle.kts, and inside the dependencies block you need to add camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera view, camera video as well, then camera media 3 effect which is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video, then media 3 effect as well, and constraint layout as well. So you need to add all these dependencies. Then you need to go to Android manifest.xml, and here you need to add this uses feature of Android hardware camera, camera permission, write external storage permission as well as record audio permission. Then you need to go to main activity.kt, and here firstly okay, you have to copy all these imports which are there. Then we are requesting here camera as well as record audio permission, and if Android version less than equal to p, we also need the write external storage permission. Then here we have the method channel result. We override the on request permission result, and if the request code is equal to request code permission, and if all permissions are granted, we return back true, else we return back as false. Here is just a helper method just to check whether we have granted all the permission or not. Then here we override configure Flutter engine, where we register our view factory, and here you can see I'm passing another Kotlin file. which I will show you shortly. And here we have this method channel for requesting the camera permission as well. Now coming back to this my camera view factory, so here you can see now this should be your own package name, which you can just copy from main activity. Don't copy my package name, otherwise you will get error. Rest you can copy it. So this is boilerplate code which is present, which we need to write every time we want to embed a native Android view inside our Flutter application. So don't worry too much about it. You can just copy paste all this code which is there. Once that is done, here you can see we are instantiating another Kotlin file called my camera view. So let's come over here. Now here again this should be your package name. There are a lot of imports over here, so feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports which are there. Then here we just get our video capture, we get our recording, we get our process camera provider. Here is our camera executor service, here is our constraint layout, here is our preview, and here is our button. Then here is our method channel as well. Here we have the file name format as well as the tag. Then here we set the layout params for our constraint layout. Then here is our constraint set as well. Then here we constrain our viewfinder to all sides of the screen, and from the bottom we leave a margin of 200. Here we have we constrain the not the button, the viewfinder, like okay. And here we have constrained the button as well to the bottom of the screen, and on click listen of the button we just called capture video. Here we have set up camera as well, from which we start our camera as well as initialize our camera executor. Here we have this capture video as well. So here we get hold of our video capture, button dot is enabled is false. Here we get hold of our recording. If that is not equal to null, we stop our recording, we make it as null as well. Here is our simple date format. Then here we use content values dot apply, passing the display name, MIME type. If Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Then here we do media store output options dot builder, passing in the content values. Then we do video capture dot output, passing in our prepare recording. And if audio permission are granted, then we also do with audio enabled. Then we start our recording, and if the record event is start, then we just change the text of our button as well as is enabled to true. And once it is finalized, if it does not have any error, then we just display a toast message as well. And here you can see this thing actually give us the URL of the captured video, but it is not in proper format. It is something called content : which the video player package does not understand. So with the help of ChatGPT, I use this particular bit of code, but like I said, this is not really working. I don't know why. So if you have any comments, do let me know. If you have any suggestions, do let me know in the comment section. But here you can see we are sending the URL back to Flutter side. Then we shut down our executor, we unbind our camera provider, we close our recording as well. We change the text of our button and is unable to true as well. So this just helps us to copy the video and send a proper video URL, but like I said, it's not working for me. I don't know why. Then here is our start camera provider as well. Then here we build our preview view. Here is our recorder as well. Here we do video capture with output passing in our recorder. We get hold of our default back camera. Here we create our use case group dot builder. Here is our media 3 effect as well. And here we do matrix transformation dot create dizzy crop effect. Now for this we have another Kotlin file which I will show you shortly. Like this matrix transformation is very powerful thing, but you need to know a little bit of math as well. Then here we add the media 3 effect or use case group builder. We unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the life cycle, and here we just override the get view, returning our constraint layout. Here we override dispose, we shut down our camera executor. Okay, now coming back to this matrix transformation factory.kt file. Again, this should be your package name. Now the file itself is not quite big, it's pretty small, so it's only this much. Okay, only 31 lines of code. But like to be completely honest with you, I have just copy pasted this code from the Android documentation, so even I'm not really sure about this. So here they have created one function, okay, and here they are calling this particular method they have created, but here you can see they have applied a lot of math, which for me, I don't really understand. Sorry about this. So feel free to pause the video and just copy all this code. Now let's look at the output. Okay guys, so here is the output. I have recorded it. So first I'll give the camera permission, I'll give record audio permission, and here you can see in the live camera preview, this is the dizzy crop effect. So I've just placed the record video button, then I will just press stop video. Here you can see video has been captured, so it displays a toast message as well, but I'm not able to play the video unfortunately, but I can play it from by going to the files app over here, and here I'll just play this video, and here you can see the video is getting played. So hopefully you got the point. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.